And now moving on to a big India Today impact story. Just within 12 hours of our channel airing a report of how a father, a migrant worker from Assam, was forced to take his son's body on a two-wheeler, a medical officer has now been suspended in the Anekal district of Karnataka. These are those heartbreaking images that we showed you just only yesterday. The officer had reportedly denied the father an ambulance to take the child's body home. Such a tragic bit of news that had came about yesterday that reflects the apathy of healthcare services in our country, of hospitals in our country, and how this father had no option but to carry the child on his shoulder, the dead body of his 3-year-old child, with having no choice on a two-wheeler. Those images that sparked outrage. We're hearing in that Dr. Murli Krishnan has now been suspended on the grounds that the 3-year-old was not given proper treatment and was then later denied ambulance. The victim's family has also alleged that the authorities hurriedly declared the child dead without informing the family that a post-mortem was to be conducted. Now, if you remember, yesterday we had shown our viewers this story. Yesterday we got a reaction from the hospital. They said that it was the father who went away from the hospital without informing the hospital authorities. The hospital claimed that no demand for an ambulance had been made, and the distraught father having no option but to, get onto that scooter and take his child back home. Shiv Pujan Jha joins us with the very latest. Shiv Pujan, this is a big India Today impact, isn't it? Finally now the doctor being suspended after the hospital being on the defensive only just yesterday, pinning the blame on the father, saying that he is the one who had walked out of the hospital denying a post-mortem on his child. Shiv Pujan, can you hear me?
Yes, can you please repeat your question?
Yes, I'm saying that this is a big India Today impact, isn't it? Yesterday we talked about the apathy of this hospital, and it was very interesting. We also got news of how the hospital tried to pin the blame on the father, saying that he had not completed the medical formalities. He's the one who had refused a post-mortem on his child. He is the one who forcefully left. But now a big India Today impact, how this doctor now stands suspended.
Yes, it's definitely a big India Today impact, and especially we have been bringing out the truth in public domain, and that is possibly the reason why the government is forced to take action. Remember, just a couple of weeks ago, even the health minister had conducted several raids and there were surprise checks at the hospitals, and prompt action was taken against various doctors. Time and again, Yogi Adityanath himself has been reiterating that the doctors, they should be more attentive in the hospitals, there should be cleanliness, and the patients should be treated with utmost care. But when we exposed the plight of all the ambulance system across the state of Uttar Pradesh, it was a dark reality. Remember that earlier, the previous month, Yogi Adityanath had flagged of approximately 150 very high-tech ambulances. So it was expected that these services would be available to the people in almost every part of the state. But that's not the ground reality. So India Today definitely has been bringing forth such stories of negligence, of apathy. And now the government has swung into action. It has taken cognizance of our report and has taken the action against the doctor.
Indeed, Shiv Pujan, thanks so much for joining us.